Hey guys, my name is Dave, and thanks for tuning into this quick tip. Today we're talking about Glock front sight tools. We all know that front sights on Glock slides are relatively easy to install. You just insert the sight, you take the screw, goes in the bottom, take your driver, tighten it on up. So pretty simple, but I've used a lot of Glock front sight tools, and I'll just be very blunt and tell you that a lot of them are horrible. They just suck. I've used the bits, I've used this tool, I've used that tool, and either they are too shallow, they're too deep, whatever. They're just horrible. So the first tip in this quick tip is, in my opinion, the best Glock front sight tool is this nut driver from Weha, which is a German tool company. Now I got this one from my friends at Kansas City Tool. I'll put a link below. They're just super awesome guys to deal with, and I don't get anything from it, but as far as a company that I buy tools from, really good people. What I like about it is you can get a really good grip on it. It holds the nut or the screw really well, and it's very well built. So all in all, this is the best tool I've ever used for Glock front sight installation and removal. Now, we're gonna get into the second part of the quick tip, and that's how to make this tool even better, or any tool. Let's say you have a favorite one that you have. Let's talk about how to make it even better. One of the things that happens with these Glock front sight tools is when you go to start it, you go to put this really small screw into the tool, and if it goes like that, life is good, but sometimes what happens is when you're going to install it and the screw sinks down in the tool like that, and then you could try, but it's never going to install. And then sometimes it'll get stuck or whatever. And that's with a lot of them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some Play-Doh or silly putty or modeling clay or whatever. Just go take it from your kids while they're playing with some other toy, and you're not gonna need very much. Now I'm gonna use green so it's easy to see, but we're just gonna start with a little, and we're gonna make a little ball, and we're going to go ahead and insert it into the tool like so, and then we'll use the screw to kind of press it just like that. So you can see that the putty or the clay or whatever you're using is just into the tool. It's not very flush or anything like that. It's just deep enough to where it will grab the edges of the screw and nothing more, and then it won't compress. Now what's nice is because this is solid, the putty won't compress. You know, we're basically packing it in there. And what I like about using silly putty is that eventually it will harden. You know, if you've ever stepped on old silly putty that your kids left out in the kitchen, you'll know that this stuff gets rock hard. And likewise, that'll harden up and it'll be pretty much permanent. So that's the quick tip on how to make your Glock front sight tool even better, and in my opinion, the best Glock front sight tool on the market. Thanks for checking out this quick tip. Please check out all of our other videos. We have quick tips, we have episodes. If there's anything you'd like to see, please leave a comment, questions, cares, concerns. We want to make sure that we hear from our viewers. Whenever you're working with firearms, make sure you're doing so safely. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.